Hey, look who's back in town. Our good buddy, Andrei Kirilenko. Hey, good to see you.
How you doing, guys?
I haven't seen you for 4 or 5 years since you left.
Yeah, it's been four years. Yeah, time's flying.
Time's flying.
It's been too long. 10 years in a Jazz uniform. On Monday night, when the Jazz play the Lakers, they will honor Andrei Kirilenko for his 10 years here with the Jazz. What does this honor mean to you, Andrei, to come back here and have the franchise recognize what you did here?
It's a great honor. You know, first time Randy Rigby called me and asked me that if I have a wish to participate in this night. I said, like, of course, you know, it's a big deal for me. And I'm very grateful to Utah Jazz and very grateful to Salt Lake City, because majority of my career and majority of my life was here. And, you know, my family, basketball on the highest level. And I will definitely remember it for a long, long time and have a special place in my heart.
So when you look back at your time in Utah, what sticks out and what do you remember most about living here for a decade?
The biggest I would say it's all the way coming to the team with Karl Malone and John Stockton, kind of after that final against Chicago, go through all the way with the rebuilding the team, kind of barely making the playoff by, I think by 1 or 2 games we didn't make the playoff my third year. And then young team, getting the draft, we drafted Darren Williams that time and creating the team, which went to the conference final. And that all the way, in that whole process, that's what, from the sport standpoint, kind of give me a lot of appreciation. But other than that, I would say off the court, Salt Lake City, not Utah Jazz, but Salt Lake City as a city really gave me a great example how to raise my kids, how to be inside the community, how to, you know, work with the people, talk with the people. And I value that even more than the sports aspect.
What are you most proud of about what you're able to accomplish on the court in a Utah Jazz uniform?
I feel that I'm a team player. And, you know, it didn't really get me when you've been named All-Star or getting like personal honors, but more that the team success been always, you know, kind of valuable for me. But again, all those, America is a statistic country, and NBA is all about statistics. I've been fortunate enough to get a lot of stats in the duration of my career. It means like it's very balanced player. If not Coach Sloan, if not Phil Johnson, I would never be on a place, you know, that high, because they really made me such a balanced player.
How did Jerry Sloan and Phil Johnson affect your career?
Without them, I don't know how my career would go, because starting from my first couple of years, you know, they gave me so much. They really put me in a position to succeed. And, you know, I really make that step to become an all-star, obviously, on my third year, and really kind of put myself in that elite category of the players who really play on the highest level in this league.
You mentioned your ups and downs with Jerry, and they were well documented. But now that you've had time to reflect and look back on that, what's your relationship like with Jerry Sloan? And do you appreciate the time you had with him as obviously one of the great coaches of all time?
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Him and Phil, I don't know, I can split them up. You know, they're going for me as a one. They really gave everything, you know, all their best, because I don't believe they tried to do something bad to my career to hurt me. But, you know, at that time, it's kind of tough time for the players, you know, when you're not playing and you want to play. But again, from the duration of my career, I still think that, you know, those two guys really brought me on this level. And I will be always appreciate for those moments.
Looking back on your time, you mentioned the stats. Everyone talks about the stats when they mention your career, the 5x5s, the things you did that no one was really doing at that time. Were you underappreciated when it came to your game? Do you feel like you were 10 years ahead of your time?
No, I think everybody is good for their own time. And, and you know, I was happy and pretty lucky because I had a chance to play when era of Michael Jordan been Don, coming to Kobe's era, then LeBron, and I kind of have a chance to play against all of those guys. And it's really important to think about your team rather than, again, personal stats. It's very nice to have great lines in every categories, but again, I've always been thinking about a little differently.
You're a busy guy now.
Oh, I am.
You're not just sitting back and enjoying retirement. You're the Russian Basketball Federation, traveling the world.
Yeah, it's a fun job. You know, it's a very important job, and you know, I'm taking it seriously. Big challenge for me because you know, finish my career being, you know, in a physical presence, going to practices. Right now, it's more chair job. You know, sitting in a chair, you know, talking on the phone all day long. But it's a lot of work, you know, starting from the kids basketball and finishing with the national team, and everything is kind of lay on my shoulders. But again, it's a very nice job to have and very challenging. I like that.
I remember the first day or two that you came to Utah, and I did an interview with you, and we have a little bit of video.
Something wrong.
Yeah,
right?
So pay attention to this and see if you remember.
Let's see.
Andrei Kirilenko from St. Petersburg, Russia.
I know. I'm looking like Dolph Lundgren. I must break you.
Do you remember that day?
If he dies, he dies. Yes, I still got it.
But that was the big thing, is that this guy looks like Drago from the Rocky series.
Well, I often people telling me that I look like Ivan Drago. Well, maybe I am.
Yeah. Well, you were awesome.
Nice haircuts?
Yeah.
I know you enjoyed it over the time.
It was fun. It was fun to meet you back then. It's fun to catch up with you right now.
Thank you, guys.
So thanks for
Likewise.
coming in.
Appreciate it, Andre. I can't wait for Monday night. It's going to be special.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Enjoy it, my friend.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.